Hello everyone, this is a Symbiote Sucker game review. This is one of the first of many videos I'm going to be putting on YouTube. This is my first video in general and on a review of any sort. So, cut me a break and let me know what you think and how I can fix some stuff. Today we're reviewing the 1995 Spider-Man animated series video game on Sega Genesis. It's a really good game. It's not going to be too long. We're not going to go through a bunch of levels. So here's the little storyline thing. See, the plot is there's a bunch of villains that broke out of Ravencroft and destroying the city. Then you're Spider-Man and you go through the whole entire city to try and stop the villains. So here's the start menu, and yes, they do have the 90s theme song in the background. So let's start. You start off in like a science lab at the Ravencroft Institute. And if you haven't noticed on the camera, it might be a little hard to see, but the room is very dark. So you have to hit the switch right here, and it lights up the room. Your health bar is at the top. The number of lives you have is by your face. And the number of web cartridges you have is also in the corner. And you get a maximum of 80, a minimum of 0. So let's start off. Now there are very weird enemies in the first level. This leads me to think that they're spider slayers because they've got very weird looking bodies, very weird weapons, and most of the robots in Spider-Man are spider slayers. Especially in the 90s, that was a big storyline. So, to start off with the buttons, B is jump, A is punch. If you crouch down and press A, it's kick. C is any type of web fluid. Now, the weird thing about this game is that Spider-Man actually has grenades. Yep, you can actually kill people with grenades. You can also call in Fantastic Four for backup. Anyway, as far as the graphics go, they're really good for a Spider-Man Sega game. I mean, he's got all the muscle tone. He's even got a tiny black smudge for a spider, and it looks just like the spider. The backgrounds are great, although it's kind of confusing because, I don't know what all this stuff is. I guess it's just supposed to be looking fancy, but still good. So you just go through a bunch of floors, and then jump down here. There's many secret passages in this game. In fact, if you jump into Fancy Sort, you can get through that doorway and get some health. But if you haven't played the game before, you will get hit with anything because there's just spider slayers and all these kinds of weapons that just pop out of nowhere and get you. So it's really just, you have to play the game, get used to it, and know. I mean, it's a really hard game, but still good. So it's actually kind of confusing if you don't know what you're doing. So the music is also pretty BA. I mean, it matches perfectly. It's supposed to be like a freaky science lab and there's weapons killing you. Now in this part, there's actually a robot. And now you get to kill him with grenades. Sounds pretty kid-friendly for Spider-Man, doesn't it? Yep. Okay, here's the second part of the level. You actually to get onto a different platform that's below, you crouch down and jump. Now these guns here, those guns, if you touch them or kick them, you explode. And that, decreases your health greatly. So there is a trick to beating them up in case any of you out there who have this game have never figured it out. You actually just have to shoot them with a web. Even if you can't see them on screen, just shoot. I guess I got it. Yeah, I did. Just shoot off screen and you should get an explosion. Okay, there are many secret passages in this game. There's lots of hidden rooms, and these rooms usually take you to, ta-da, the sewers. This is the wizard's little hideout, and as you can see, there's a bunch of bats. There's the wizard himself. In fact, if you beat him up, he turns to Dr. Connors for a quick sec. The weird thing is that there's white alligators floating in the water. They're kind of hard to see, but there they are. In the sewer, it's really just a place to regenerate. I mean, there's a bunch of upgrades. This is where you find the Fantastic Four to help you, which they don't even fight. They actually just give you more upgrades. But, there's grenades, and the cool thing about this game is that you can actually have the armor suit whenever you feel, as long as you can find the right icon, which is a silver Spider-Man's face, like that one. You just jump up and get it, and then you turn from red to blue to silver and blue. So the white's kind of shiny on the camera, as I can see, but it's very cool. And I mean, it's really just a place for grenades if you're running low. There's a jumping warlock that's really annoying, and then there's a slime sludge, and you're lucky enough to get it without dying first. To get out of the sewer is very tricky. It took me a long time to figure this out. You actually have to climb on a wall, this specific wall, and then jump over the roof, and then you get in there. And then once you're done with the sewer, it takes you back to where you left off, which we left off in the lab. So in this level you fight Doc Ock, and to fight Doc Ock, you actually have to go in here and punch a trigger. I've got no idea why there's so many triggers in this game, or switches I should call them, but they're very weird. I don't even think some of it makes sense. So here we go. Jump. Swing a web. The red floating Spider-Man head is health upgrades, and the tiny silver Spider-Man actually gives you an extra life. I was down to 2, now I'm up to 3. So let's do this. There's actually a trick to getting those guns. You just shoot a web at the tip of it, which is very hard to do without actually swinging. And each web you swing costs you 2 web cartridges. Oh, now we're on to Doc Ock. Okay, there's a trick to Doc Ock, and it usually works on almost every boss in the game. You go to either a blue or orange grenade, usually the same difference, and then you throw it at the villain. Now with Doc Ock, you have to get hit to throw it. So you have to go in his face. See, if you throw it from a far distance, it doesn't do anything. So yep, and that was kind of lame, wasn't it? So, yeah. Now we gotta restart. Yeah, this game is pretty hard. In fact, I've never even gotten past the first level until 2007, when my little brother taught me, I should say. So let's punch the light again, jump down. It usually only takes about 2 grenades to get Doc Ock, unless you're having an off day. Like me, I guess. Jump up here, throw it again, and then he falls on his face and disappears. I guess he disintegrates into pixels. I haven't figured out what those are for yet. Those little letters. They don't do anything when you click on them. Now we're on to the second level, the Coney Island in the Funhouse. Every time you complete a level, the Green Goblin laughs, which is very weird. Now, out of all the levels in the game, this is the most odd. I mean, look, there's posters that grow arms and try to snatch you. There's lizards or snakes with pants and legs. So, as far as the graphics go, they're pretty good. I mean, there's not much to say. It's a Sega Genesis game, and it's really good for its time. And if you go through this little abandoned rocket, once again, it takes you to the lizard. As far as the lizard level goes, it's kind of confusing sometimes because you have to jump all certain ways and jump down and jump up. It's kind of hard too because there's so many things attacking you at once. It's just total mayhem. But it's still a good game, no matter what. I don't even know if is that supposed to be Morius or a Warlock? I always assumed it was a Warlock. It was actually a very cool part. When you try to get that armor, a dragon or something comes out of the shadows. It almost looks like Venom's mouth. There's lots of hidden areas in this part of the game for grenades. In fact, all those sounds right there were just grenades themselves. Diddle it. So the water actually hurts you. When you stand under the water, you get hit. Now I've got my armor suit on, so I won't lose any health. But if I didn't, I'd lose health whenever the water drops. As you can see, it already hits you and affects you. And you get that little moment of invincibility like you usually do on other video games when you get hit. Yeah, when you hit the bats, they actually make a human sound, and then they die. And then they come back and swing for 2 seconds and die again. This game has many glitches that sometimes don't make any sense at all. Now we're back to Coney Island. This has the oddest villains, I gotta say. Wind-up toys that throw bombs at you. Actually, burp bombs at you. Posters that come alive. It's got a circus. I don't know if that's supposed to be circus freak. I forgot what the word for him is called. He blows fire out of you, and he makes a hissing noise while he does it. I mean, human snakes. The other weird thing about this game is that there's many bosses. I mean, the main bosses in this game show up out of nowhere. On the back of the box, which I don't have, it shows all the bosses, like the rhino here. He's not even the last part of the level. There's like 3 parts of this level, and he's just randomly at the end of this one. And once again, you have to get a grenade. You have to get orange one this time, because 2 orange ones work at him. So yeah, the bosses randomly appear, which I never understood. And then there's also hard parts to the game, like this part, where you just have to swing on the railroads, because watch what happens if you don't. You fall and get hit by a goblin car. So, yes, and when the bats hit you this time, they explode, which makes you fall off your web line. So this one is extremely hard. And sometimes Spiderman just doesn't feel like firing a web. So, basically, that's the game in a nutshell. I mean, the levels are extremely long. They're kind of hard too. Some parts, if you haven't played before, it's just like you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. So hopefully this helped. In fact, I've only ever gotten to the 3rd level because of how long and hard this game is. So, yeah, that's basically it. I guess to end off, we should just have Spidey being killed by Goblin's car. If you guys want, I can do a part 2 where it takes off where we left off here, and then go to the 3rd level. But this is so daggone long, and I just got a game over. So, thanks for watching my first video game review, and my first video at all on YouTube. And hopefully I will see you guys again. Please comment and let me know what I can fix about this video for my next time. And let me know if I sucked or not. Thanks for watching. Bye.